Clock and calendar time is something we made up. It does not exist in the wild. We use it, though, to measure our very existence. When to hold a holiday, when to eat, when to sleep, when to go to work, or when to leave work for home or a vacation. And trips of any kind are often measured not just in miles, but in time, as in how long till we get there. One of our inescapable measures of time is years, how many of them we've had, or how many we will have. I got to thinking about all of this because of the Artemis mission to fly around the moon, and the fact that I was a mere 33, going on 34, last time we sent humans to the moon 50 years ago. Hearing such a huge number attached to something I remember as clearly as if it were yesterday makes me want to sit down a little bit, and maybe even take a nap. With my 84th birthday looming in a little bit less than 2 months, I can't help but remember when I was but a slip of a lad back in the 1940s and 50s. There was a lot of writing back then about imagined space travel. There were even a few movies. But we youngins really were not sure we'd ever see it in our lifetime. And then came the 1960s. The challenge from our first young and oh so vibrant president that Americans dedicate themselves to landing men on the moon and bringing them home safely before the end of that decade. And damned if we didn't do just that, thanks to the dedication of countless people and the willingness of our government to spend the mountains of cash it required. In all, 6 missions sent humans to the moon, the last of those being Apollo 17 in early December of '72. By that time, though, the danger and daring of spaceflight had lost its luster, with the public increasingly caught up with more earthly concerns. Now, we all continue to enjoy the spin-offs of spaceflight in stuff we use every day. That includes memory foam, cordless vacuums, freeze-drying of food, those camera sensors in our cell phones and GoPros, improvements in water purification, GPS signals, and much more. Just a quick side trip here. There are a lot of other things that some wrongly attribute to the space program. A list of stuff it did not use first includes, among other things, Tang, Velcro, and even the so-called space pen. So here we are today.
Sound suppression water is flowing.
15.
And here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. RS-25 engines lit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
This current mission will not land on the moon. They'll instead do a fly-around of our nearest space neighbor and return to splash down in the Pacific Ocean after a mission of 10 days. It is, though, just step one in an ambitious program to once again land people from Earth on the moon, and that just 2 years from now. Those plans also call for setting up a base on the moon by 2030 that could be used to fly on from there to other destinations, like the planet Mars, and years from now, perhaps well beyond that distant planet. And along the way, there are sure to be new technologies born, delivering a beneficial repeat of what happened during the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo programs all those decades ago. I, for one, am thrilled to be alive to witness this history in the making. Now, sure, the money spent here could well have been used for more earthly concerns. But we humans have an innate need to explore, to see what's behind that next mountain river, or what is out there in the vastness of interstellar space. This is what drove those early settlers on our eastern shores to push to the west, despite hardships and long odds, and it's a drive that created our still great nation. And as the push continues into space, I can only guess at the wonders that await my 6 very young great-grandchildren, assuming we adults supposedly in charge these days do not destroy this planet and with it, ourselves and everybody's future. We are living through some very troubled times. But Artemis has shown that we can figuratively and literally rise above even that. Whether or not we do it is entirely up to us.